Everybody, I can see the world is watching me. The world is watching me. Well, one thing the world is certainly not watching is modern WWE. Welcome back to Folk Wrestling. And honestly, one of the most underrated backstage guys, commentators of all time, Jonathan Coachman, gave his thoughts on the Rock situation with WWE, and he believes that something is going on behind the scenes between The Rock and WWE. So we're going to dive into some Jonathan Coachman quotes and comments and all that good stuff. I mean, where did this stem? Did it stem from The Rock grabbing Ethan Page's arse cheeks a few months ago? Did it stem from him wanting Cody Rhodes' arse? His hole? Instead of his soul? Where did it stem from? I'm not really too sure, but hopefully, maybe by the end of this video, we'll have an answer closer to the truth. But of course, Jonathan Coachman, he did work with The Rock. We've already made a few vids on The Rock regarding Mania. Hell, one yesterday, make sure you go check out The Rock's interview. I kind of broke it down in a wee bit more detail. But yeah, let's see and hear what Jonathan Coachman had to say. And I quote, "Alright, emergency take time, and I won't take long, but I was waiting for Pat McAfee today, The Rock, who was not advertised at all. All of a sudden, late last night, he's advertised me and Pat McAfee. It screams several things. A, TKO called The Rock to say, you've got to do damage control. We're absolutely getting shredded across the board. There's never been a finish to any night, especially the main night in Pennsylvania. That's universally panned than this one right here. Worst ending of all time. Then for The Rock, and this hurts me to say because I love him so much, for people who don't know, he was the person on TV first in my career in the WWE. For him to go on Pat McAfee and say, I didn't want the spotlight on me, I wanted it on John Cena. What? You had to know. He's so smart. He had to know that by not showing up, by not tweeting, by not posting, by not saying anything. Now all the focus is now on you. The questions are, why? What happened? Are you fighting with Triple H? Are you fighting with somebody else? Those are all questions everybody is asking today. It's not, hey, congratulations to John Cena on number 17. We're not that stupid. There's something going on behind the scenes. The Rock is on the board of directors. Rock got 30 million and then another one big payment to come back, and a major part of what WWE is doing. He was out there January 6th on the debut of Netflix. He was out there when John Cena turned heel because he asked for his soul. He was the one for 2.5 months, not a post, not a peep, not a video, when a year ago he used social media to his advantage. We're supposed to believe that. I don't know what's going on, but something is going on. I've been around enough backstage to know, and creatively, you don't get along. They're not getting along. The Rock somehow wanted to make a statement. Well, statement made loud and clear. Now they're doing cleanup, and that was not it. End of quote. More often than not, I think Jonathan Coachman has a lot of knowledge and he speaks a lot of truth and he comes out with, decent opinions. I mean, he is pals with JD from New York, so for that alone, I think my estimation of Johnny Sacrimoni just fucking plummeted. But Johnny Coachimoni, or whatever you want to call him, just fucking plummeted. But It did scream damage control for The Rock. It's like, well, you don't appear at Mania and then you just schedule this emergency appearance on Pat McAfee. And like I said yesterday in the vid, I don't want to just repeat what I said yesterday, but to sum it up quickly without giving too many spoilers away from that, it's like, kayfabe's a wonderful thing. The Rock could have just blanked this until his next appearance. Or he could have appeared on the Pat McAfee show and cut a heel promo as the final boss. Either or would have worked, but what he did was the worst. He fucking just appeared as Dwayne Johnson. You know what I mean? The guy that makes movies, the actor, no the wrestler. And was like, this is what we do, breaking kayfabe. It was a decision not from all. I don't want to take their moment. I don't want to take that. Was Travis Scott and Cena and Rhodes' moment, not mine. Who cares if I was involved at the Chamber? I don't need to be involved at WrestleMania. And it's just like, what are you doing, Dwayne? You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that grew up in the business. All we hear about my daddy, Rocky Maifia, man. I grew up the Attitude Era. If you ever watched fucking Young Rock, and by the way, I've never watched it, but it appears on my TikTok and it really looks bad. But it's like, what are we doing, man? How do so many people that grew up in an era where kayfabe was so important just fucking turn their back on it? You know what I mean? Like, do I need to put it in any clearer English for people here? Why the fuck is The Rock even addressing the fact he didn't turn up at Mania in a non-kayfabe way? If he's going to address it as the final boss and say something along the lines of, well, I knew my boys, Travis Scott and Cena, would get the job done, so Why would I bother showing Nevada my presence? When something big requires me, I'll be there. But I knew Big John had it covered. You know, something along the fucking lines of that. But no, what he does is breaks kayfabe, right? On the very same show that Pat McAfee is selling an injury for Raw. I mean, do we not see the fucking problems of that right there? The glaring issues? I mean, honestly, that would be like on Talking Sopranos, if you ever watched it, you know, you've got Bobby Bacala and Christopher Moltisanti, right? Now, I know that's their two characters, but that would be like, right, Bobby Bacala, him being in character, and then Michael Imperioli, however you pronounce his name, the guy that plays Chris, he's just being himself, the actor, but then Bobby's being Bobby Bacala. Do we not see what the fuck is The Rock doing on Pat McAfee's show? We've seen it. We see Triple H break it. I think Cena's broke it recently. A few people have commented that. Shout out to you. And it's just like kayfabe. Everyone needs to keep it, or it is honestly pointless, right? And you know what? People are like, oh, it's 2025. We don't need kayfabe. Yo, see if people, right? See if people want to. I mean, see if Liv Morgan, right, has a Twitter account, right, and she wants to post pictures on her Liv Morgan account is what she does in real life, you know, to Instagram, you know, her stories. CM Punk does it, right? I can almost accept that. But see, when you're going on, like, The Tonight Show or podcasts, right, and also the fact that there's people on those podcasts keeping kayfabe and you're not, there almost needs to be something written in the contracts that, here, when you do this show or that show, you need to keep kayfabe. I mean, we've all seen shoot interviews. Hell, I like shoot interviews. Give you an insight into the business. But why the fuck is Pat McAfee keeping kayfabe, selling a neck injury? And then The Rock's talking about, well, we're going to turn him heel there and him face there. Well, I decided it didn't really need me, so that wasn't in the script. Like, honestly, you know what I mean? Like, back to that Talking Sopranos reference, you know, it's like Christopher early on The Sopranos, he gets the neck brace on because, you know, they did like the fake hit on him, Junior and Mikey Palmas. Anyway, fucking boring, people never watch The Sopranos, but, you know, he's wearing a neck brace. That'd be like him wearing the fucking neck brace, and then Steve Shrimper, who plays Bobby Bacala, is just acting as the actor. I mean, it baffles my mind here. Anyway, folks, that is where we're going to leave it. What did you make of this down below? I mean, honestly, I think Coachman's right to a degree. Something's definitely not right behind the scenes of WWE. I mean, what has The Rock done? I mean, put it this way, right? The Rock pretty much came out and said that he was begged back due to slow ticket sales. The Triple H did say that, here, if you put on a good story, they'll turn up. Well, apparently that's not true. So, and like I said, I've defended The Rock. It's like, you take The Rock's involvement before Chamber and at Chamber out of it, how fucking much worse is that pay-per-view? What's Cody Rhodes doing those weeks if he's not getting groped by The Rock? I just do not understand it. It's like, if they last minute got The Rock back, right, for that wee segment with Cody and Cena, right? What I don't understand about it is how can WWE be so salty at him for not working Mania if he couldn't, but they got him back for at least to push the Chamber. And I'm seeing people say, well, why was The Rock out there when Cena turned heel? It took away from him. Did it? Did it really? I don't think it did. I think it added to the heel turn. Now, if you want to say you would have preferred Cena turning heel at Mania to beat Cody, I'll accept that. But not for 1 second at the Chamber did The Rock being out there with Cody Rhodes and Cena ruin it. Now, if you want to say fucking Travis Scott, like, yes, I will happily accept to that, man, because he's fucking pish. But honestly, man, I just don't understand. I mean, the Rock deserves a lot of hate for this entire situation, but I think there's a lot that's just being forced on top of him. Let's generate it towards like the breaking of kayfabe and shit like that. That's what he deserves it for, you know what I mean? It's like, if The Rock came back at the Chamber, let's not bury him for that. There's some stuff he doesn't deserve buried for, and there's some stuff he is, and for whatever reason, people are kind of on either end of the spectrum. But anyway, guys, that is it. I'm going to agree with Coachman. Something is definitely not right behind the scenes in the WWE. What do you guys think it is? I mean, It's just a simple case of, here, Rock, you're back for the chamber. What are you going to do for Mania? Rock's like, I can't do it. That's ruined Triple H's night, which or week or fucking month of April, who knows? But aye, kind of funny in the end, isn't it?